Live from the City of Angels. Sunday night. Sunday evening spectacular is underway. Midnight Movie Talk, live, X, YouTube. We have a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Big story, why did Ballerina bomb? Also, live MMT evaluation of Dangerous Animals, the serial killer shark flick. And we will check in with the latest downtown LA, just miles away from where we're broadcasting tonight live, as we check in on the chaos here in the City of Angels. Thanks for being here on this Sunday night. Eric Prydz in the background, super chill, perfect for tonight. This city's a mess, man, I'm telling you. Wait till we go to the live stream and we will check in on the latest here. Not good, right? That's upcoming. But let's talk about Ballerina, because there was a lot of debate here today. I had to listen to a bunch of uneducated folk on X tell me that Ballerina was never supposed to be a big movie. So what are you talking about? I love Anna de Armas. Fucking simps. Simps. Don't be a simp for a star. Ugh. Oh, although I kind of am a simp for Elizabeth Olsen, so let's strike that from the record. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's talk about why Ballerina bombed. And, as I was getting into it with these people, who were like, oh, what are you talking about? You're the only person who's saying that the movie's not doing well. Oh, am I? Okay, let's check. Let's have a look here. You guys, can you see this? This is Hollywood Reporter. What does this say right there? John Wick spinoff Ballerina opens to sluggish $25 million. Okay, that's one. Let's go to Deadline and see. Because, Deadline's widely regarded as the Bible of Hollywood showbiz. What do they say? Why Ballerina didn't leap into the rafters with $25 million opening. Oh, but no, Rick, you're the only one. How dare you say these things? There's some really twisted minds on Twitter. Like dumb people. I'm so tired of hanging out on Twitter and X, having to deal with people who are sub 50 IQ. So damn stupid. God almighty, man. This Sunday night I should be in a good mood. I can defend my stance because I got to deal with, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm the only one. The other trades aren't saying the exact same thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's talk about why this film bombed. Because it did. $25 million on a $90 million budget. Remember, profitability comes in at roughly 2.5. Some people say 3x. Let's call it 2.5. 225 is what this thing has to get to worldwide. No chance, man. This thing will be lucky to get to 100. It's at 51 right now. This thing's going down hard next weekend. Movie's not even good. It's fine. It's passable. Some people said, you're not using the term girl boss right. Well, then why is everyone else using it the same way? Oh, I'm sorry. Because it doesn't fit into your narrow window of whatever you think is right. I'm telling you guys, I gotta do it. I don't care if people don't want to hear it. I am so tired of this whole notion that everybody has an opinion that's valid. Everybody knows what they're talking about. Everyone is equal. Bull and shit. The majority of people are untalented. Majority of people are boring and uneducated. But yet, I'm the guy. Oh. Sorry. It's true. You guys ever watch American Idol? How many of the people that come on that show that think they're some big fucking deal, and you listen to them sing and you're like, what? Why didn't no one tell you? You're not good. But now we live in, anybody can do film criticism. Anybody can see what works and what doesn't. You've seen some of these people's taste, but yet No, Ballerina was supposed to be big. Let me fill you in exactly how it was supposed to go. This is a film that was projected weeks ago to open at $35 million. We are $10 million under that. We are 66% under John Wick 4. Yeah, those are pretty substantial numbers. Remember Furiosa? Film that I really like. One of the best films of 2024, without question. Way better than Ballerina. Let's have a look at how that film opened, and we can have some idea of what's happening here. Oh, it's almost the same. Look at this. The opening weekend was $26.3 million. So depending on today's actual, which is the real number, because as you know, the estimate. Oh, I'm sorry. For those of you who don't know, but yet pretend to know, let me explain that they estimate Sunday, and then the Sunday real cash comes in, and they issue a new number called the actual on Monday. And that's the true number that it debuted at. And the likelihood is it's going to be lower than 25. But look, very similar to Furiosa at 26.3. So what's happening? Well, let's talk about Lionsgate, the studio that brought us this film. As I go to Wikipedia and we look at some of their films from, let's just go back the past year or so. Strangers Chapter 1. Did you get one of the worst horror films, certainly of the past forever, and I would argue maybe one of the worst ever. It's terrible, okay? So that's a bad film. Look at all this stuff. I don't even know what some of these things are. We all remember Borderlands, a film that should have lost every person their job for greenlighting that. Right? That was another one of their films. And just weeks later, The Crow. Ugh. On and on. Megalopolis, they agreed to distribute. Remember when Megalopolis first came out? The very first showing was up at Universal City, which is about 7 minutes from my place, without traffic. With riots, I can't tell you. I have no idea what the riot traffic is to get over to Universal. But typically, sans riots, it's about 7 minutes. But they showed it up there to a bunch of industry folk. Not to me, because I would have just laughed and then been in the lobby going, who's going to buy that shit? Really loud. Oh, hell yeah. It's garbage. The film's total and utter refuse. One of the worst movies ever made, man. And Lionsgate's like, yeah, we'll distribute it. And at the time, before I saw Megalopolis, I'm like, hey, good for Lionsgate. We even made us, I believe they were our cinema champion because of that move. Because I said, hey, cool. They're going to give us this movie on the what? Then I sat there, the early access IMAX screening here at Burbank, and I'm, holy shit. This is unwatchable. So Lionsgate said yes. Who says yes to Megalopolis? Lionsgate. You see where I'm going with this? Den of Thieves 2. Oh, forgettable film. The fact that we even got a Den of Thieves 2 tells you how bad Lionsgate is. And now you know exactly where I'm heading here. Why did we get Ballerina? Because Lionsgate's got jack shit. And Lionsgate's like, oh, we have John Wick, so let's figure this out. I know we were planning to do this Ana de Armas movie kind of like separate, like this assassin thing. We haven't done that enough. Hollywood just doesn't at all. I mean, think about the past year, how many of these films we had, like Novocaine, The Amateur, whatever it is. The underdog assassin takes out legions of bad guys. Oh, it's a trope that needs to fucking die. So Lionsgate's like, okay, let's go ahead and bring that into the world of John Wick so we can try to build on what'll probably be a real big bomb. And instead we'll have a mid-sized bomb. I mean, $25 million is not $3 million, but it's also not great. I'm telling you, I don't understand how people have jobs at Lionsgate. You make decisions like this. It doesn't register to me how you can make decisions like this and still have a job on Monday morning. I mean, I would have never greenlit this movie, especially Ana de Armas. So boring. We talked about this on the evaluation. There's nothing Ana de Armas brings to the screen that is riveting other than she is a pretty girl, right? We all agree on that, okay? But that's not enough. You got to give me something else. Florence Pugh, cute and also badass and great actress. Not Ana de Armas. I'm trying to figure out how she became as big as she is. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Right? She was in that movie with Keanu Reeves. Interesting, because she's here with Keanu Reeves. Remember that one where the two girls torture the guy and all that shit? I hardly remember that movie. Oh my God, she was in that movie. So there was that. But again, Ana de Armas, Assassin, John Wick. I would have sat up in the meeting and go, what? If someone makes this movie, I'm walking out. I'm leaving. No. If you greenlight this, I'm going to walk out and I'm done. I'm quitting Lionsgate today. No one has that. No one has those kind of balls. Well, it sounds like a good idea. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen enough girl boss success. Yeah, we haven't seen any. So why would you say yes? No, I mean that we haven't had the real opportunity to introduce the girl boss that'll be the big fucking winner at the box office. So let's try it. No. Wendy, sit down. Okay? Wendy, I don't know how you even got your job in here with me, because it's actually insulting to my intelligence that you're in this room giving us an idea like Ana de Armas in the John Wick universe playing an assassin. And what the hell? What, Wendy? Can someone fire Wendy while she's here right now? This is just a fictional character. I don't know. Maybe there's a Wendy at Lionsgate. They need to be fired. Get them out. Borderlands. Unbelievable. How do you have a job after Borderlands? Can someone explain how that even happens? I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense. All right, more on that coming up. I'll get to comments as I can. I do want to, why not? Because we love Tom Cruise. We do not love Mission Impossible. But we love Tom Cruise. Let's watch a little bit of the only reason to see Mission Impossible 8. It is Tom Cruise making one of the insane stunts from the movie. I have not even watched all of this. I just saw it went crazy on X. So let's go ahead and get that ready. This is our cinema champion here at MMT. This is Tom Cruise jumping out of an airplane because he's pat shit.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to be deploying. If this is twisted while it's burning, I'm going to be spinning and burn. I have to kick out of the twist and then ignite within 10 seconds.
Start soaking the parachute.
We're going to submerge the parachute into the avgas, soak up the fuel, so when the parachute opens and ignite it, it'll hold fuel and explode.
For this shot, what are we looking for?
It's quite literally establish the objects in your hand and burn the parachute. The more up we're looking, the more the burn we'll get.
Yep. We're going to be real smart. I'm not saying be risky.
Yep.
We don't take risks, obviously.
So what did
You're going to have to set for this and look up and ignite it.
Okay, let's go.
3, 2, 1, go!
No way in fuck that I would do that. No way. Listen, now, I'm not Tom Cruise. I don't have billions of dollars in the bank. Hell no. He's crazy. This is nuts. I wouldn't do it right now. No way. 0% chance I'm doing this. I mean, dude, as bonkers. But you got to respect it. That's why he's our cinema champion. Wow. Just wow. Okay, guys, let's do it. And we'll talk about AMC and the ads in a minute. Let's go ahead and get right to the dangerous animals evaluation. This is a serial killer shark film that I sat through yesterday. Now, if you remember back to Thursday, I was a little bit afraid of how dark this would go. Would it be more of a Terrifier kind of uncomfortable violence thing? And I can tell you it's not, and that's the problem. Okay? Yeah, I know, weird. You never know what you're going to get from me. Here is my live MMT evaluation of Dangerous Animals. Starts now.
Oh my God, I can't believe it that you took me into this.
It's been a great experience.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, crew.
There's still one thing we need to take care of. Promise you to close your eyes. Big, deep inhale. And out. In. And out. Welcome aboard.
And that's the intro to the film. Great, right? I mean, the trailer gives you so much, but that's it. And I'm like, okay, I'm down. This is going to be great.
I see you, like, come alive on that board. It's spiritual. I feel the same about what I do. It's my true calling.
Who's this? Where are we? We're on his boat. Whose boat? I don't think you want to know.
All right, so there we go. You can get a taste of the film. You've got two girls locked in. You've got Jai Courtney, who is the serial killer, and he is at some point going to feed them to the sharks. Okay? Oh, my God. What a premise. This is fantastic. It's like Saw meets Jaws. Well, yeah, that is a great premise. And remember I told you back on Thursday that I was a little leery of how brutal this film would be. I remember back to a film, I was talking to Garn Girl about this before we started. Remember that film Wolf Creek from like back in 2005? Real vicious, almost sadistic film, right? Very uncomfortable, but also extremely effective at what it's doing. I thought that's what we get here with this. Well, guess what? You do not get that. Here's what happens. It does not go for the jugular. Now, I'm not going to give you the ending and tell you why it does not go to the jugular. But listen, here's the deal. Once you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I want more people to not make it off the boat. I want the kills to be more savage, okay? I don't want you to pull back and to sanitize my horror. Back to Wolf Creek. Look at that film. Look at a Terrifier. Obviously, more recently, I don't like that film because it plays it for laughs and it is so over the top. But there's a way to go and split the difference. This film doesn't. This film decides to ease up and let you off the hook. Thank you so much. Because it doesn't go for the jugular. But you look at Jai Courtney, he's very strong in this, fun, and he's almost like a version of Russell Crowe, right? Because he's getting a little bit bigger. He almost starting to look like Russell Crowe. They're both Australian, right? Russell Crowe's Australian. Please tell me I'm right. And so is Jai. And you look at this and you've got all of the pieces in place to make something great that I'm not going to soon forget. The problem is it doesn't deliver on the premise of this guy who dumps women live into the ocean and watches them get eaten in half. Okay? Let me just give you an example without telling you what happens. Here's what I want my movie to do. I want to have a higher body count, okay? I don't want to have a romance that's going on throughout this entire film. I want to have one of the victims be dipped into the water, get their leg chewed off, and then pull back up and they're screaming, right? That's horror, okay? I'm already writing a better movie. Doesn't happen, okay? Granted, legs get bit off, but right now we're talking about a Saw Terrifier kind of thing where you're almost at the line where it's too much, but it doesn't happen. So again, if you're going to make a horror film, you cannot pull the punch. You cannot not go for the jugular. You need to wham, right? Wham. You got to do it. And this film does not. And without giving it away, that is to its great detriment. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is what makes me better than everyone else. I see these things and understand them a lot better than a lot of people. They just don't. Someone's going to tell you this is a great movie. It's not. It's a bad movie. I think it's well directed. It's got a tight runtime. I like the performances. Everyone, including the girl who, the final girl. Okay, all that works, but I'm only at a 78%. If we have some of those elements I mentioned, if it gets brutal at the end, then I have this probably at a high 80s for what it is, right? Again, it's not an awards film. It's a horror film. But as a horror film, I don't want you to pull back. I want you to give it to me, but not Terrifier level. We got to modulate. We talk about that all the time. 11... Okay, that's Terrifier, or 12. I want this to be at a 9. This is like at a 7, right? So we need to bump this to a 9, and it's not. And that's why it is what it is. Dangerous Animals, exactly what I thought a movie with a potentially absurd plot would be. I do wish it went much harder. I agree 100%, Mark. And that's the thing. You see it. Mark, we always are on the same page. It's weird. And guys, I'm not Mark. Mark is not me, okay? They are two different people talking here. Every time, it's like we're on the same page. I don't know if we've ever been that far off. Because, Mark, you could do this. I'm just going to tell you right now, because you're good. And, we know that I'm pretty good. And the reality is exactly what you just said. You see it, I see it, it's there. And I think what's wild is some people don't see these things, and you can't, I don't know. Listen, again, you can get better at these things, but ultimately, you have to have a baseline, and then you build from that. And I'll be honest with you, even 5 years ago, I could not do what I'm doing right now for when I'm talking about this film. You have to see, again, remember, we talk about that magic eye, right? So you're like, everything comes apart. The whole film's comes apart as you're watching it. So you're just literally seeing every element, right? They're just bang, 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 okay? And you're extracting it, you're pulling it out like a file, okay? Imagine like a bunch of file cabinet, and you're pulling out the file, and you're looking at cinematography, check, good. Let's go to screenplay. Okay, needs to go harder. Okay, put it back in. Let's go to score. Score, okay, it's okay. It's not great here. It needs to be more synthy and weird. That's better, right? No, okay, put that away. Pull out direction. Strong, good visual look to it. I like the Australia setting, all that. Okay, so that works. So I'm pulling out, right? You're pulling these things out, and you are looking at them and then putting them back in and grabbing the next thing. That's what you're doing. And I understand that for a lot of people, you just want to turn your brain off. Well, when you're doing what I'm doing, you can't. You have to be constantly engaged, looking at every single element and trying to figure out what would I do to make this stronger. And I talk about this all the time. I would love to get into a test screening of one. I don't need 50 other people. I don't need certainly 100 that are there for the gift card. I am one man. I will come in and I'll say, here's what you need to do. Bang, bang, bang. Now, if it's already shot, I can't fix it. I can't make it more violent. I wish that if we were doing the dailies, I'd be like, how about a scene where you dip the girl in, she gets her leg ripped off, you pull her up, she's screaming, she's begging for her life, and then you take her down and the other leg goes off. Wow, Weber, that's savage. I like it. It's darker. Yes, let's go. Pay me my money. I'm going to go. Thank you. Instantly. It is a fun movie. And the shark effects, yeah, exactly. I think it's because it's low budge, right? It's IFC, it's independent. It looks good, right? The actual look of the film, the aesthetic is strong. It's not generic. It looks better than Life of Chuck. Let's just say that. But again, it just doesn't have that budget maybe to go over, and maybe that's part of the thing with like the leg getting torn off. We can't do that. We don't have the CGI to do that or the practical effects or whatever it may be. There might be constraints that I'm unaware of, but again, I just wish that we had a stronger film, but we don't. It's fine. It is what it is. I can't fix it. There's no way to fix it other than do what I told you to do to it. We're going to check into the LA riot situation here momentarily. I want to get through all the film stuff, and then we'll go live for the back end of this, where I'm just going to bounce around and look at stuff and explain what's going on like we did with the fires. I think it's important because it is happening right here. I know these places. I've been to every one of these streets and locations that are on fire and or in trouble here, and I will discuss that momentarily. No one does it better than us. We're live, and that is exactly what we're going to do here momentarily. Steve, I got to pull this up because I can hardly see with my sunglasses. Saw Ballerina, thought it was medium, think it needed to be a bit shorter, no question about it. It was cool, but it needed a better script, agreed. Love the set pieces, soundtrack, didn't completely come together. Reeves is good, go MMT. Thank you, sir, appreciate it. As always, Steve. And I agree. Listen, the film is not bad. It's not great. There's no moment of this film that gets you out of your seat, literally, obviously that would be a problem. But when you look at what you're talking about here, you're talking about a film that could be, if somehow, I don't know how, I don't even think I could make it with Ana de Armas, but somehow it's got to be more full of cinematic erections. And it's just not. You know, we talk about cinematic flaccidity. And that's what this film is. You would think a film with Ana de Armas would be cinematically erect, but it's not. Oh, Weber, you're out of control, man. What are you talking about? I'll do what I want. My channel, I'll do it. And we're going to do the live stream with the violence going on in LA in a minute, because that's what we do. I do want to get to, we got trailer reacts, but I do want to talk about AMC with more ads. I mean, oh my God, right? So here's the latest on that. If you have not seen what is happening with AMC, they are going to, as I go to Daily Mail, love Daily Mail. I've told you guys this before. I love Daily Mail. It's one of my favorite websites to get all the junky news that you want, plus some other good stuff. In fact, I'm sure they have the LA riots as like their top story. AMC fans threaten boycott after movie theater chain announces shock change. They are now going to run commercials before the movies. Starting July 1st, coming up here in a few weeks, 3 weeks, it'll add one more ad right before the start of the flick. So let's hope that starts before the trailers kick off. Like, you know, let's say it's a 7:15 showing and the trailers start at 7:15. Let's hope that they're showing that thing at 7:14. So at 7:15, I still have to sit through 4 trailers and the Coke ad and Nicole Kidman. Luckily, the Coke ad's tight. The laser thing's too long. Laser's in there too, right? Laser or IMAX or Dolby. You always get one of those promos if you're at AMC. And then you get, of course, the final Kidman thing, which is way tighter. So I give him credit for that. But people are like, what? More commercials? I hope that it's before, not like adding an extra minute or two. I get it. I mean, they want to make more money. Okay? Movie theaters are all about making cash. So am I. Listen, I can tell you right now, if a company came to me and said, hey, Weber, we want to play an ad in the middle of your thing, I would play it, and I would probably have to lie about how great the product is. I'm bad at that, so I can't do it. But if someone did, I'd say, hey, guys, time out. I'm going to push the Walmart seltzer right now, which I believe in. Walmart seltzer rocks. Walmart seltzer rocks. But here's the thing. I'm not going to do that because they're not paying me. But I just did it. So maybe they should. But you look here at this, and it's just a situation where I understand where AMC is coming from. I just don't want it to impact me any more than it already is. Here's the key. If you want to avoid all of that, you show up 20 minutes after it starts. So if your showtime 7:15, as I talked about a few minutes ago, guess what time you're going to walk in there? You're going to walk in at 7:35. Maybe even 7:40. Great example. Last week, coming back from the beach, and I was running and rushing to go see Bring Her Back. And it started at like 5:40. I walked in at 6:05, and the first scene was literally starting. I missed like maybe 30 seconds of the movie. So 25 minutes, and I pretty much nailed it, right? So there we go. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do the live riots. I figure, let's go. We've done a lot of film tonight. This is going to be fun. Not fun. Okay, that didn't come out right. This is going to be interesting because at the end of the day, remember, I am here in Los Angeles, and I know everything that we're about ready to look at. And as we go there, this is really problematic, okay? As you guys know, everything that's happening is not a good thing. Okay, regardless of whatever your stance is on what's happening as far as which side, let's watch a little of this right now. Here it is. This is live from ABC 7. They are somewhere downtown.
Intersections.
Let's listen in for a second.
But the numbers of people causing trouble is about,
you got a fire there.
I would say, Bruce, maybe starting to match
middle of the intersection.
The numbers of
is that
law
a car?
enforcement people who are out there, and that may turn the tide in favor of the police.
Let me turn it on. Hold on. Going back.
I think we've...
the numbers are kind of equaling out.
They've got a guest on. Whenever you do this live, I was a live TV news anchor. You've got a guest and the producers in your ear saying, ask them about this, do this. And you know what I typically do? I can tell you right now. When I was on the television, I was doing it live. I'm going to hit pause so I don't have to hear it. I would yank my IFB out. IFB is your earpiece, so I'd yank it out like that, right? So I didn't hear, because I was like, I don't want to hear anybody. I'm good, right? I don't need you to get in my ear, because I can handle live. I'm doing live right now. I've been doing live here, as you guys know. How many shows have we done? 500? They're live, and this is a skill, and I've mastered it. Pretty well. And here's the reality is that when you're doing live news, you got to be ready to run and gun. You're literally moving the entire time. You can see right here this fire. I don't know where this is exactly. Let me pull in the map from Google. Let's go to Google Maps and pull in downtown LA, and I'll show you where I am and where this is largely going on. Let me see here. Here we go. So this is, let me share this. We're going to Burbank. You can see this is the great city of Burbank where I am. Warner Brothers is right over here. There's Warner Brothers. We're going to zoom out. As you can see here, we're going to go down, and we're going to come down the 101, which you go over Barham here in Burbank. You can see there's Barham. It runs right by Warner Brothers, comes down. You jump on the 101. This is 101 South. You're going to pass Netflix. There's Hollywood Reservoir, which is, you can't get in there. You can't boat there. And you come down, Netflix is right about in there. You keep coming down the 101. This is where the protesters block the freeway. We're still coming down, and we eventually get into downtown LA, Dodger Stadium right there at the top, 110. And you come down here through downtown LA. We're somewhere in this area, right? In this general area right here. I can, hopefully if they put a grid up, I can tell you exactly where it is. But right now, I'm not going to pull it up because it's just too loud. I don't need to hear them talk. But you can see, look at this. You got people out in the streets. You got a car burning. You just had them throw Molotov cocktails at CHP cars. It's kind of crazy. Here, let me go back. But here's the reality. Let me just ask you guys a question. This is fair. Any comments you have, I just want to ask questions. So just hear me out. Hear me out and answer my question. I need you guys to be honest with me, and you can tell me. I want you to explain this to me. So let's pretend. Let's play a game, role-playing. I move to the UK. I get there. I get a place. I'm living there. I never become a citizen of the UK. Okay? Let's say that I'm even, fleeing something. Whatever it is. I'm in the UK. And the UK, all of a sudden, a few years on, says, hey, Weber, you never became a British citizen. You weren't born here. You didn't. So we need you to leave. Okay, just hear me out. Hear me out. Just hear me out, guys. I'm not asking. Here's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, you tell me where the logic is wrong. I'm totally down with this. So if the UK says, Weber, you can't be here anymore, you never became a citizen, do I have then suddenly the right to riot? Do I get to go into downtown London and start burning shit because I am now getting kicked out? I honestly, I need you guys to answer me a question. Seriously, just help me. Is it the same? Forget about the persecution. And remember, I'm in another country. I never became a citizen. And now they want to bounce me because I never became a citizen. And I never did. So I guess what I'm asking is that the same? By the way, do not come in here right now and tell me, but you're a white guy. Don't say that. Don't ever bring that shit in. Don't ever bring that shit into my channel because that doesn't matter. I'm talking about a person in another country who never became a citizen. All of a sudden they say, listen, you didn't become a citizen, so you can't be here anymore. And then what would be my appropriate reaction? Okay, well, yeah, but Mount Fillmore, I get it. But I'm just asking would an appropriate reaction be to go burn things in downtown London or wherever I was, Manchester, Southampton, any one of the teams that I have kids for? I just want to know from you guys, and don't tell me about the country. It could be anywhere. I go to Iceland. I go to anywhere. Australia. Name a country. Japan. Is it the same? Or would it be? No, but this is the thing, right? I need someone to explain to me, if I do that, would everyone be angry? Or would it be okay for some people and not for others? I don't understand, because I'm all for immigration. I'm all for you going to another country, getting citizenship, and becoming part of the landscape, of the country, and I think, in the best case scenario, I would hope that you would assimilate. Listen, if I go to the UK, I'm not all of a sudden going, we're going to do things exactly like LA. Like, well, that's not how we do things here. I'm like, okay, that's cool. How do you guys do things? Cool. I'll do whatever you're doing here. Right? So I think there's some level of expectation that I hope that if you come in to wherever you are as a guest or the new country that you're in, that you're like, okay, cool. I like that I'm in this new place. I enjoy it here. I'm going to become a citizen, and I'm going to do what I need to do to help out. I'm going to try to be a pillar of the community. I'm going to try to do good things. I always talk about that a lot, right? Honestly, I believe that's the mission for all of us, is to do something positive for the world. And be a good citizen, a good neighbor. Don't bring in my selfies outside the movies. This is dumb. Don't do this shit. I'm talking about, being a bad person, being a criminal, breaking into houses, whatever it may be. That's not being a good citizen. So, and back to this whole thing that's going on right now as you see this. So here's my question. If I throw a Molotov cocktail at the CHP cruiser tonight, let's say tonight I don't have a stream. Where were you, Weber? I threw a Molotov cocktail at a CHP cruiser on the 101. Would you expect me to be going to jail for a little while or not? Yeah. You can't be throwing Molotov cocktails at cop cars. Unless the cops are doing something as heinous as rounding people up and executing them. That's different. We're not seeing that. Not that I know of. You see, I'm taking to the extremes, you understand. You can't have a society where if you're pissed, we're going to burn shit down and we're going to go ahead and throw Molotov cocktails. You remember there was that lawyer and an assistant in New York when all the stuff was going on back in 2020, 2021, and she threw, along with her accomplice, a Molotov cocktail at a cop car, didn't blow up, it didn't hit, and they're out of jail. They're out of jail. How are you out of jail for throwing a Molotov cocktail at a cop car? I would still be in jail. Why would I be in jail and they're not? That's the question. This is what I'm talking about. We cannot have a society where certain people face repercussions and other people don't. We can't have that society. It's not happening. Not in my fucking world. Everyone is treated the same under the law. So if you are going to do shit that is illegal, you're going to go to prison. What are we doing here? If I was in the middle of the riot and I threw a Molotov cocktail, guys, I wouldn't be here next tomorrow. They'd come arrest me. So why aren't they arresting these people? That's called equal retribution under the law, right? It's that simple. Don't bring race into this. Do not bring race into this. It's your actions as a person. It is not your race. It is your actions as a person. I went to downtown. I have empathy. I went to downtown LA today, and people were angry and hurt seeing families randomly arrested with no warning. I'm very much conflicted on all of it. Jay, so am I. I'm not saying that this isn't an easy thing. But here's the reality that we know. If you come to this country and you are an immigrant, and you don't apply for citizenship, you know in the back of your mind that you don't have the citizenship. And as much as you pretend that you do, if you don't, and you're going by the letter of the law, then you have to understand that maybe that becomes an issue one day. Again, back to my hypothetical UK. I go to the UK, everything's great. I'm doing things, I have a job, everything's good. Love Manchester, love Derby, love Leicester, wherever it is, pick a place, middle of nowhere, Newcastle. And I'm there, and all of a sudden, hey, Weber, yeah, do you have a visa? No, I don't. Do you have a citizenship? I don't. Is that what it's called in the UK? Is the UK? I assume every country's a citizen. Listen, I don't pretend to know all of the. I'm just talking about the hypotheticals. And they say, Weber, you don't have a citizenship here. I'm just asking. Well, that's what I'm saying. It is a law, right? A federal law is you have to be a citizen, right? That's what I assume. It's what we've had forever. So I think that's the issue, right? Jay, you're saying, and I understand your point, and I also understand this point. There's two sides here, no question about it. It's not like it's an easy thing, what we're talking about. But I can tell you this, forget all of that. If you're setting fires in downtown Los Angeles and you are causing destruction, you're going to jail. You're 100%, and it's not going to be deferred. It's not going to be possibly, we'll look into this. You just broke a law, and you are causing physical damage to property. Forget cop cars. That's a whole nother thing. This isn't GTA, for fuck's sake. Or is it? But you can't have a society that operates like this. We can't. Just can't have it. You got to trust me. You know I'm right. So there have to be harsh penalties for people that are causing trouble. Oh, 100%. I'm talking jail time. I'm talking major jail time. Not a year. I'm talking 5 years. Molotov cocktail, 10 years. No. If it explodes, 25 years. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, you threw a Molotov cocktail that blew up. I don't understand, man. Don't try to justify it. Do not try to justify it. Again, it's not random. If they're randomly grabbing anybody, again, listen, I'm a citizen of the United States. If I go to the UK, I'm not a citizen. So I don't have the same rights I have here. So if they booted me from the UK, I would just leave. What am I going to do? Riot? I think the problem we have is we have this kind of, right, well, I don't think there should be any laws at all. Oh, really? You really think that we should have a world that has no laws? You think that? You think that's going to work out well? Why don't you ask all the self-check out centers that are now shutting down? Because everybody does the right thing. Oh, okay. Why do you think people steal shit right and left out of the self-checkout? It's one thing to forget something or whatever. You got a back. I'm talking about legitimately. Have you seen like the videos of someone who puts like a fake barcode and scans it, and they look like they're scanning something? That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have a high trust society anymore. No question. So the problem is if you want to pretend that everybody is upstanding and doesn't have bad intentions, you're living in some kind of delusional wonderland. It's 100% not accurate. I would love to say that. I'm not a problem. You're likely not a problem. But guess what? We have plenty of problems. Look at all the break-ins we have here in Los Angeles. Tons of them. Tons of home invasion robberies. Break-ins right and left. Houses. Would you ever do that? I'd never do that. I would never break into someone's house, start stealing shit. I would never do that. It would never happen. So why are these people doing it? Because they weren't raised right, because they don't have any sense of decorum, because they don't give a shit about you. These are all things that are a major problem. Do you understand that? And you and I aren't the problem, but there are plenty of people, and you see some of it here tonight with the reaction and getting out of control. You don't have the right to block a freeway. Okay, people are trying to get to work. They're trying to get home. They're trying to get to the hospital, trying to get to school. You do not have the right to block the freeway. That is so egotistically bullshit that you think that you are above. Oh, I'm angry, so I'm going to block the freeway. I'm angry because I'm going to throw a Molotov cocktail. I'm angry. No. We can't have that world, okay? So if you're angry, you can demonstrate. You don't need to block roads. You don't need to burn cars, obviously. Do I even need to say that? You don't need to do this kind of hooligan shit. This isn't hard. I don't think anyone sanctions violence against cops. Masked random dudes armed and armored, no ID. My issues are zero ICE accountability, operating outside the law. Well, listen, Joseph, just let's talk about that. I don't know. I'm not sitting here telling you that ICE is doing the right thing or not doing the right thing. Yeah, but if you go by the guise of the law and they're enforcing illegal and legal, then I mean, right? I don't know. I'm just asking. That's all I'm asking. You guys are like, totally, it's fine. Listen, here's the deal. And yes, exactly. Thank you. I mean, that's Joseph, I think we can all agree. That's where ultimately, I don't even want to talk about all the other stuff. I'm just going to tell you that if you are out rioting and looting and causing damage here in this city tonight or last night or any of the following nights, I can tell you that there needs to be severe accountability. Okay, severe. That is legit jail time. Not, I got a lawyer and you have a 30-day probation. No. You're going to jail. Because until people understand that there is a serious penalty for you doing the things you're doing, you're going to end up with it getting worse and worse. I mean, listen, back to the whole stealing shit from a store. If there were no repercussions, which we're seeing, and you can steal up to like, what, $1,000 here in LA? Look what's happening. People are just stealing shit, and no one's getting arrested. And if they do, who knows what happens? It's like, I don't even know at this point. Do they arrest you, and then you bond out, and it's like you get to keep the stuff? Do you have to give it back? You're not going to jail. If I went into a store, I love Marshalls and Ross. I don't know how I could steal $1,000 worth of Ross shit. It's all cheap. But let's just assume I told you the story when I was at Marshalls in Studio City. I was talking to one of the gals. This is like a year ago. Like, I don't even go to Studio City anymore. It's bad news. But I was in Marshalls. It's right on Ventura. And I was talking to one of the gals, and I was asking about how bad is the shoplifting. And she said, well, we had a guy come in today who walked in, grabbed an entire cart. You know, they put like the whole thing out the rack. I have a rack of soccer jerseys here, by the way, football kits. I have a rack of them. Here's one right here, right? So it's right next to me. So a rack full of these things. This is Coventry City. But here's the reality. So hold on, my camera's out. Let me just get it back. But here's the thing. So when you look at what's happening is they walked right out with it. They walked right out. So it's like, what? What happened? So here comes the camera. I'm back. That's bad. It's a situation here in Los Angeles where, you know, if you're going to walk in and steal a rack of clothes from Marshalls, there's no repercussions. Let me see where this is right now. Let me see if we can zoom in. This is downtown. Okay, Los Angeles and Temple. Let me hit this right here. Los Angeles and Temple. Give me a second. We're right down in here as I go to the map. We're right in here. This is all downtown. This is where this is going down. By the way, I don't ever go downtown anymore. No way, man. Downtown sucks. It's bad. There's so many homeless, and it's crime-ridden. Do you remember that actor from General Hospital a few months ago? He was working at a downtown bar, Johnny Wachter, I don't know how to say his last name, but he was coming home from working, or he was working at like the rooftop. The Standard has a rooftop bar, but one of those rooftop bars, and he was walking back to his car. He came to his car, and his car was jacked up, like it was being towed, and he went up and he's like, hey guys, what the fuck? Like anyone would. My car, what are you doing? It was like 2, 3 in the morning. The guys were stealing this catalytic converter, and one of them shot him. Dead. 30-some-year-old guy in downtown LA. Parked on the street like I've done before. I've gone to the Standard in a long time, not recently, and I parked on the street. You're like, oh, yeah, score me. Free spot on the street. I don't have to pay a meter because parking's a fortune. This is awesome. And then he comes back. He's dead because he was hanging out in downtown L.A. at 3 in the morning where there's criminal gangs roaming around stealing catalytic converters. It's fucked up. This city is this city's bad. Burbank, where I am, is much safer. That said, we're still in LA. You know, it's still close enough where this stuff comes in now. You know, you're looking at down off the 101, just, and let me go back to the ABC7 thing here. When you look at what's happening, like out in the nice houses that are down towards Calabasas, which is out on the west on the 101. I'm in Burbank, so it's like across the 101. But if you go west, there's a bunch of communities that are right off the freeway there, and they get hit up on these robberies all the time because LAPD is so stretched. I mean, great example. So LAPD is dealing with all this shit tonight. What do you think's happening? I guarantee you there's going to be a ton of home break-ins on the west side. or anywhere because they're on tactical alert. So the bad guys who don't have your interest in mind are going to go on a shopping spree inside of people's houses knowing that the cops won't be around. This is way more interesting to talk about than film, by the way. It is, because it speaks to society that's just falling apart, okay? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Regardless of however you feel about what's happening in the situation, we cannot devolve into a world that violence and criminal activity is not harshly dealt with. We cannot have that. It's that simple. And I'd expect the same thing from me. You have to expect that if you're going to do something that is going to break the law, you're going to pay for it. It's that simple. But we don't live in that world. We had a DA here in Los Angeles who barely prosecuted anything. And guess what happened? Crime soared. People stole shit. They're still stealing shit. There was a guy who was a successful gym owner, West Side LA, right off the 405. And he was out with his family somewhere like Century City, which is where I go to some of the screenings, not as much anymore. Century City's safe. It's very close to Beverly Hills, a little bit south, and no problem. So he's out with his family. He's at the mall. He's wherever. He's just out and about in the West Side. Anyhow, someone sees that he has a Rolex or a really expensive watch, whatever it is, and they know because the thieves are watching. So you're flashing that you have money. Anyhow, the thieves followed him home. Okay. He's with his family, gets out of the car. The thieves pull up. They pull a gun, they stick it in his face, and they say, hand over the watch. Well, he's a tough guy. He's a gym guy. I think he opened a gym, or he had a gym that's on the west side of LA. And he got into a struggle. They shot him in the head. He's dead now. Sorry this is dark, guys. It is what it is. I mean, it's true. So we now live in a city where if you have money and you flash it, if the wrong person sees you, you're in trouble. We can't have that society, man. We can't have it. We can't have this. I also have a question. Can I just, since we're just riffing here, it's, we're not even up on an hour. Here's my question. How do people get so fucked in their heads that they think that that kind of life is acceptable? Like, who raised you? Who was there for you as a child, teaching you right and wrong? How do you have someone operating in society who thinks, oh, it's fine, I'm just going to stick a gun in someone's face and take their watch, and if they get in trouble, I'm going to shoot them? This is the problem. You and I aren't going to do that, but these bad people are. And you got to understand there's a lot of bad people out there. Oh, I'm fully aware of it. I'm constantly, scanning and shit. And I'm not even, at this point in my life, I've been around, I've done everything, I'm good. But I can just tell you this, that I still, like anybody would be, am looking around for safety. I don't, hide, I don't cower. But I'm just telling you, man, in this town, if you've got money, it's not wise to flash it. If you live in a nice house, not good. Thank God I don't live in a $2 million house. Hell, that's nothing here. Are you kidding me? $2 million house here is actually cheap. That's my bad. A $5 million house. That's a little nicer. Up in the hills, good luck. Let's listen to the conference. Hold on. Is this live or is this earlier? Let's listen.
And treating every Angelino with respect, regardless of their immigration status. Our job is not to divide communities or politicize law enforcement. Our job is simply to keep everyone safe.
It is an environment, though, in which law enforcement has, to some extent, been politicized. We have the Department of Justice and the people from Homeland Security saying that the local agencies are not doing their jobs. They'd accused the LA Police Department of not responding to a call for help from the ICE agents and other federal agents who were involved.
You've got
in
LAPD and the federal getting into it, right? Because you've got Newsom and Trump, obviously. You would think, can I just say something? Let's just make this really simple, too. They need to work together. How are you partisan at this point? How do you, as the mayor of Los Angeles, as the governor of California, how are you not out in front of this going, this lawlessness, and I'm not, maybe Newsom has said something today. Maybe Bass has. I doubt it. But, how are you not in front of this going, this shit has to end? We are going to, if you do something that is illegal, criminal, we're gonna get you. Like, I feel like I would be so good in that role. I would rock because I'm not going to play politics. Not at all. I'm going to follow the law and I'm going to say, listen, this is what we're doing. And this is how it's going to get done. And that's it. That's how the press conference would go. They'd be like, what? All right, here's the latest. Let's look on the side here. It says that local law enforcement didn't need help. This is from Gavin Newsom. That's 100% inaccurate that he said local law enforcement didn't need help. From what I can tell, sure does look like it. Trump sent troops anyway to manufacture chaos and violence. So wait, I'm just asking, does Newsom say there was no violence? Everybody was just chill? Is that what is he really? He's not thinking that. Is he really? Did he say that? My God. Like, how do you say that? Like, if I'm Newsom, right, you see the picture of him there inside the meeting with the cops. I mean, listen, guys, I know you're in a tough spot, and our position on immigration is different from Trump's, right? There we go. I'm already doing better than Newsom. But here's what I need you to do. If someone is blocking a freeway, if someone is burning a Waymo, if someone is torching with a Molotov cocktail a CHP cruiser, you need to arrest them. Okay? Figueroa and 11th. This is a bad area. This is an area that I would never hang out in. It's just downtown's bad news. You couldn't pay me to go back to Alamo Draft House ever again. It's right in the middle of this. Hey, oh, dude. Parking's terrible, and then it's not even safe. By the way, whoever's in the car, dude, what are you doing driving around downtown LA? If I lived in downtown LA, I'd be barricaded inside my house right now. Barricaded. I wouldn't even be anywhere but inside saying to myself, I'm not going out anytime soon. I'm going to change the title of this to my X stream. I'm going to change it. There it is. I just changed it live. Let's see what happens. Because now I'm not even talking about movies. We're talking about this. But you guys, listen, I think there's one thing that we do better than anybody else. We are very objective. And I think we're very fair. Everything I just said tonight is very fair. It's 100% fair. So we have to stop this. This cannot continue. This activity just can't. And there's Karen Bass. Listen to what she had to say.
Immigrant rights movement and infrastructure and institutions that have been around for several decades. There is a history of having peaceful protests here. Now, like any crowd, if we're talking about after an athletic event, everybody celebrates. There's always a handful of people that tend to be at the end and tend to hang around and might get into mischief and violence. But that's not the people who are putting on the protests. I tell you that to say that when those protests have been organized, they've been organized in a proper way. The problem is what happens at the end, and that's one thing that is difficult with crowd control, whether it is a political protest or whether it is a football game.
That is the mayor of Los Angeles.
So does she think
Karen
people
Bass,
in the middle of the street walking around is okay? Is that peaceful? What if someone has to get somewhere? What if someone has a heart attack and they got to drive them to the hospital? That's peace. That's okay? That's breaking the law. Can I ask you a question, guys? If I walk in the middle of the street in Burbank and I'm in the middle of the street with a bunch of people, is that legal right now? If I go down to Alameda and I'm walking around with a group of like 30 people and we're just blocking the street, would something happen to me? Is this peaceful? Is that peaceful? I'm just asking. No, it's not. You don't have the right to walk around the street. But again, I really just listen, and I'm going to finish with we'll watch a trailer because I can't do much more of this. It's infuriating. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Here's my problem. I don't understand, and it frankly pisses me off. I mean, it really does. It pisses me off to no end that we have people in this society who are hooligan, criminal, garbage people. I fucking hate it. It makes me furious because it ruins it for everyone else who are law-abiding, trying to do the right thing, trying to give back, trying to do things that are positive, not causing trouble. I mean, even if I disagreed with something, let's just assume, even if they were doing something that directly impacted me, I would still not be in the middle of the street throwing bottles and Molotov cocktails. Like, where were these people raised? What is wrong? Like, I don't even understand how you get that broken where you think it's okay to do stuff that is clearly not cool. Let's just break it down and make it as simple as that. Because no one told him no. That's why. Because no one explained the difference between right and wrong and having morals and making choices that don't fuck people over. I say this all the time. I'd be a hell of a lot more successful in life, financially for sure, if I was more underhanded, if I was more inauthentic, certainly in this town, if I was more of only out for myself. But that's not how I was raised. It's not how I was built. So it is what it is. I just don't know how you even live with yourself when you're a piece of shit like that. Seriously, not like people walking the street. I'm talking about people doing bad things. How do you go home at night and go, oh, I'm good? That's cool. You know, the guy, the actor from General Hospital who was shot over taking someone's carbon, what's it called? Not the carbon, the catalytic converter. Okay? It's just gross. All right, let's watch a trailer. I can't do it. But no, you guys, seriously, I don't even know if I want to watch a trailer. There we go. Here we go. Look, there's a Waymo on fire. This is good. This is a recap. There's a Waymo on fire, 2 of them. This one's trash. This one's on fire. Those are the self-driving cars. I saw one in Century City when I went to go see MI8. They're weird, man. What a weird-looking thing. It's got all these cameras all over the place. Each one's got to cost, what, $100,000 with all the cameras and stuff? I mean, who thinks, oh, guys, let's just have some fun. Let's burn down a Waymo. And then you go back to your life. It's just, these people, it's like they're broken. Mentally, just literally not even, like, there. I would never dream of walking and spray painting a car, the self-driving car. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Destroying property. And look at this. Burning shit to the ground. Like, whoever started the fire is going to jail. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, yeah, we do need Superman. Peer pressure so dangerous. Well, I can tell you this. Peer pressure never worked on me. That's probably why. I never did. I, even in high school, going back, whatever. I mean, I grew up in suburban Ohio. But still, you know, I still think you have an inherent knowledge of what is right and wrong. You have to. You just have to. I don't care if you were raised on the streets. You still know what's right and wrong. You just choose to pretend you don't. That's the problem. You pretending that you don't know is not an excuse. You pretending that because no one told you that it was wrong, that you didn't know, garbage. You know. What was this? Oh my God, look at this shit. What is going on here? That guy's just gunning it through there. Wow. What the hell is that? Oh, this is earlier. Someone just gunning it. Imagine, hey, anyone in a police chase right now is getting away. What's this guy doing? Hold on. What's happening here? I didn't see this earlier. This van's driving around trying to grab people or something? This is crazy. Crazy, dude. I wouldn't want to be a cop for anything, dude. No way. Couldn't pay me. All right, let's watch the trailer. Let's have fun. Mega YouTube has a thing here. I got to get it. Big, bold, beautiful. I haven't watched it. I'll watch it right now for you. Felicity. People in major markets have to wake up. When people can see on TV there's no criminality, there's criminality. They ain't leaving the house to spend money to see a POS movie. Clean up the streets, respect the customer, safety is number one. Yeah, I mean, right? That's another reason. Hey, sorry, my bad. Thank you, Felicity, for reminding us. Another reason that Ballerina bombed tonight, tying it all together, is the riots in L.A. Why didn't I lead with that? That would have actually been better. My bad. That's me. Let's watch the Big, Bold, Beautiful trailer. I don't even know what the hell that is. What the hell is Big, Bold, and Beautiful? I don't even know. Oh, my God. I should. I probably will when I see it. Let's see. Big, Bold. Okay, here it is. Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Give me a second. All right, I haven't seen this yet. Here we go. Let's watch it. Sony. Oh, my God. Really? We got to watch a Sony trailer? All right, here we go, guys. Let's do the trailer reaction for A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Give me 1 second. Margot Robbie. Oh, this is Kaganda, isn't it? Hold on, let me hit it. Here it is, Kaganda. Bang, share this tab. Okay, guys, here we go. This is thanks to Felicity for the super chat and also to Mega YouTube and to Steve. Thank you again. And another one. Thank you, Steve. All you guys rock. And super chats are very easy for you to find. I don't have Gone Girl anymore. It's just me here on the Sunday nights late. I figured let's just keep going for a minute because I want to talk about that shit because it bugs the hell out of me. All right, let's watch the trailer reacts. We're back to movies for a minute. This is what some movies. Look, news. Hey, movies. Movies. Back and forth. All right, let's find it. Trailer reaction. Let's do it. Here we go. Live. This is Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I believe it's Kaganda, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Kaganda. I don't need to see anything else. I already know it's Kaganda.
Hi. Are you here by yourself?
I am. What about you?
I am.
It's funny how the most beautiful places make you feel the most alone, you know?
Maybe it just depends on the person you're with.
Remain on Interstate 4.
First of all, am I right about it being Kaganda? Please tell me, because I love Columbus. Okay. But yeah, Sony. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. We're going to continue. I hope I've been saying this right. Because here's the thing. If you watch Columbus, going back to his debut, I did not see After Yang. I'm going to watch it. It never was available for me to see on a big screen. AMC never got it. It was A24 just buried that thing. But Columbus, I'm a big fan of. And he is, if I'm not mistaken, has either a background in cinematography or something. I don't remember exactly. But I remember just liking the feel and the grounded nature of Columbus.
249 miles. David?
Sorry, are we talking to each other now?
Do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Yes?
Do you remember?
David?
Happy together, don't you?
Pick up Sarah.
I do.
My car won't start.
Mine told me to pick you up.
Your accent, is it real?
You think I'd fake an accent?
The most beautiful places make you feel the most alone.
That's a pretty good me, actually. I'm flattered.
I don't wanna go.
In 1.5 miles, take the exit.
What is that? What do you think's behind there?
Dead bodies! Maybe we should go through it.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
Oh, wow. Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
I don't know, but I think I've been here before.
This is unbelievable.
I think that's the entrance to my high school. Wait.
What?
You know, high school.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Said forever, almost bought it.
You're late. Come on.
How old am I? 15. I'm 15.
Okay, so this is a lot like Life of Chuck, only it looks better. Life of Chuck is very disappointing. It just doesn't come together like it should. This feels very Chuckian.
Ooh, how old am I?
I don't know, 40?
I'm gonna kill you.
I tell her I love her. She says I don't love you. Oh, feels exactly like it felt that night.
This one's for me. Mom, I miss you. This isn't real.
Well, it feels real to me.
So what is it that you want, David?
I want to go back to when I thought everything would work out for me.
Nice to share this with someone. But however this plays out, it ends in me hurting you.
And what if I hurt you?
You are capable of being happy. You just have to choose it.
No matter who you are in your life, we just need someone to share it with.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
When's it out? Christmas?
You know how to fix totaled cars?
I do not.
How about burning cars?
No.
Hey, speaking of burning cars.
That's very dramatic.
It's a bit over the top.
Is it Christmas? What's the release date on this? I mean, again, I'm a big fan of Columbus. I think Sony, if this is an awards film, which I assume it would be, because Kaganda feels like he's about due for that, even though, like I said, After Yang was just screwed over by A24. It is it September? Interesting. Here's the thing. So Sony has not had a really tremendous track record of pulling films through to award season. I mean, they obviously had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They had Little Women. What are some of their Sony awards films? Man, they just don't have a lot. It just hasn't really worked out for them. They're not known as a award studio. Sony Pictures Classic's different. It operates all by itself, right? Those aren't really even connected. And SPC hasn't had even something really big in a long time as far as awards. But let's hope that if it's great that Sony can do that. I mean, obviously, like I said, Kaganda impressed the hell out of me with Columbus. Very grounded. Now, I think After Yang, from what I hear, and I will watch it before I see this because I needed to watch it. I just didn't get around. I really wanted to see it on a big screen. Never got a chance to. So I put it off, and now it's obviously not coming to a big screen. And then you have this, which I will clearly see on a big screen. Sony does believe in theatrical, so we love that. And thank God it's not Netflix, because if it were, that would suck because they are the worst. So let's hope that this is a good film. Let's hope that Kaganda can hopefully continue on his trajectory, which I think is so far, very encouraging. And you look at, again, just my knowledge of Columbus from a few years ago, was impressed. And you could tell that you're working with somebody who had a spirituality to his film, right? Just kind of, again, that grounded, like you see here, humanity. Let's talk about that just quickly before we leave here tonight. As I mentioned, like everything we just talked about, here's what I really want to see. I just want to see a world where we have people that are doing the right thing and are trying to impact communities positively. And if you disagree with something, not resort to violence. Okay? These are the things I want to see. And until I get that, and I don't know if we ever will, because it's going to be it's a big ask for a lot of people, unfortunately, in this world. You got to remember that, not everybody has the best intentions. You just want to, I agree. It looks solid. I like the song usage there. Good trailers, a little long, 3-minute trailer. I just don't want my trailers to be 3 minutes. But, listen, a lot of times they look at Universal, they show you the entire fucking movie. You're like, dude, stop. Let me see if there's anything else I want to get to tonight, because we just spent so much time on the riots. It's here in LA. As you guys saw when I did when I watched the fire stuff, we did all that, is that it was, I got one more fun thing here. Here we go. I got this. Let's do one more fun thing since we were so serious tonight. It's true. Like, it matters more. The movies are cool and all, but ultimately, I just wish we had a world that got along better, right? Don't you? We don't want to live in a world that doesn't get along. I know not everybody's going to get along, but politics suck. I would never be good in politics because I'm not political. Like, I am, but I'm not going to push an agenda unless I believe it's the right thing, the right thing. Just quickly, I'll touch on that. You talk about the trans situation with men in women's sports. I 100% believe that men should never be taking place and competing against women, ever. Anyone who is born biological male, no matter what happens going forward, okay, let's just leave all that out. They should not be in the female sports arena. That's what I believe in. I do not think that's controversial. I think that's 100% true and 100% reality. Men have a biological advantage physically from a strength standpoint. No question about it. Guys, it's just end of discussion. No one's saying again, I have no problem with trans at all. I don't want to see biological men in a sports arena with women. I don't want to see it. I don't ever want to see it. And I'm not going to support that. Never. I'm not. By the way, that's not anti-trans. No one said you can't. You can be trans. You can be. I can even say you're a biological female now. If you want to say that, that's fine. I'm not going to say you're not. I'm not going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you that since you were born a biological male, you are not going to play in female sporting. You can play. We'll create a different arena. You can't, because you're seeing it too many times where the former biological male, let's just say that, is now in the. And it's just bad. It never turns out right. It just turns out that it's an incredible advantage for the former male athlete. Oh, every time. So it's not. Again, that doesn't win me any friends here in Los Angeles. Too bad. I think that's fair. I 100% think it's fair.
Right now, everything is great.
Oh,
everyone
sorry, I got to
is
set
happy,
this up.
Everyone is in love, and that.
This is a good. We'll just end with this. This is Billy Crystal, who almost was Buzz Lightyear. He put together a reel of what it'd be like if Billy Crystal did Buzz Lightyear instead of Tim Allen. Listen.
Right now, everything is great. Everyone is happy. Everyone is in love, and that's wonderful. But you got to know that someday, believe it or not, you'll go 15 rounds over who's going to get this coffee table. This stupid wagon wheel, Roy Rogers garage sale coffee table.
I thought you liked it.
I was being nice.
I think it would work, right? It doesn't. Listen, we're used to Tim Allen, not Chris Evans. Lightyear, right? But Billy Crystal, when they were first casting this, I understand maybe how people were thinking, well, he does this. I think it works. I mean, it's different. It's a different take, but I don't think it's bad. You saw After Yang in a theater, Johnny? That's impressive. You are one of the only people who saw After Yang. Holy shit, dude. Are you kidding me? Hold on here. I'm going to get the comment closeout here. Give me a second. Oh, my God. Did I get rid of it? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Where are my slides? Do I not have it? I don't think I have the comment closeout. No, hold on. No, I got it. I don't have it. All right, let's just leave this up. I want to play the song from tonight. It's Eric Prydz. It is a remix of his Opus, I want to say. Here we go. Have a listen to this. It's super chill. I'll hit as many comments as I can. If I didn't get to it, I will get to it here tonight. We could do that. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it real quick. I'm here. I got nothing else. Let's just real quick. I'm going to do a quick, because that way it's the full smorgasbord. All right. You guys ready? I'm going to pull it up. Here it comes. I'm going to show you something crazy today. Let's check in with the FAA weather cams in Alaska and see if we see the planet today. All right. Get ready, everybody. I know you're like, what? What's Weber? Just let me do what I want to do. Here it is. Here's Larson Bay. Give me a second. Here's South. Okay, guys, here we go. Ready? Oh, it's really sunny today. Get ready. Ooh, the music's good for this. You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to check it live. Ooh, this is perfect music for this. Okay, now, watch. I'm going to hit the camera loop, and we're going to look. Now, here's your deal. Listen to me. Listen to me. You never watch MMT Gets Freaky. So this is Larson Bay South. This is a south-facing camera in Larson Bay, Alaska. And what you're going to look for is in the sky, you're going to see something that shouldn't be there. Give me a second. Let's see if we see it today. Or maybe it already went through. Give it a second. We're watching. This is time-lapse. I'll pause when I see it. I don't see anything. Hold on. Might have missed it. It already might have gone through. No, I don't see anything yet. Even with my glasses on, I don't see it. Hold on. Nope. Looks like we're free today. Okay, hold on. Let me change the camera. Give me 1 second. Let's change the angle. Let's go west. All right, let's check this out. There's the sun. I don't see it. Okay, it's not visible today. You guys, everybody who's like watching, like, what the hell is going on? Just let me. This is from Felicity. She gave me the super chat, so I figure I might as well do it for the hell of it. Okay, hold on. For those of you who don't know what we're looking for, let me just hit this. Give me a second. Let me put in Larson Bay. Larson Bay, here it is. Here we go. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Do you guys see it? So this is what shows up in the sky over Alaska in this camera southbound. It's right there. See it? 2 different pictures. Whatever this object is has a very defined line that runs across the middle, almost like a moat. It's the moat planet. Let's call it Moat X. So hold on, let's see if there's more pictures. This guy's pretty good. This rabbit hole is solid. Here we go. Let's see. Here it is. Watch. Here we go. This is live. This is like a video. Here's perfect. Give it a second. Look up in the corner. There it is. Bang, 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 bang. Do you see it? Come on, guys. Come on. Stop. Okay. One more time. Let me zoom. Can I zoom? Yeah. Okay. Now, watch. Watch this area where you see the pointer. Left side of your screen. Watch. Watch for it. Here it comes. Ready? This music's perfect. Bang. Look. Fucking music's amazing. Look at that. Look. Now here, look. So when the sun hits, it's like only visible when, hold on, let me go back. Look, watch. Look. Holy shit, baby. Thank you, Felicity, for reminding me to do this. Look. What is, dudes? What? Someone tell me what I'm looking. Watch. What the? Look. Oh, by the way, look at the sun come across too. I think it even casts a shadow in a way, right? Look. It's casting a shadow. Look at the mountain. Oh, hey guys, you gonna tell me it's a lens flare? Hey everybody, is that a lens flare, everybody? Yes or no? Fucking lens flare. Look at that shit. By the way, this is visible a lot. Do you see this thing? Look. You've got this line that runs across and it splits. Almost like a fork. Do you see what I'm talking about? Look at the top. It forks across. So it's like a line with like a thing. Now, I'm going to blow your fucking mind because now I just figured whatever. We've done everything tonight. We're going to show the power of... Give me a second. This music's perfect. I got to play this every time. Give me a second. Give me a second, everybody. Oh, get ready. Get ready? You guys ready to do this? You guys ready to have some fun tonight? Who does this better than me? Nobody. What's that? One more time. What's that? What's that symbol? Help me out. Where are you at, Elon? You want to play some games, Elon? Roll up, baby. Let's talk about this. You want to talk about this? I don't think you do you? No, if this is the last ever transmission, it's been a blast, guys. Thank you. I think he knows. No, dude. It's 100% right there. Lens flare. No, let's watch the lens flare again. Is that right? Here's the lens flare with the gigantic thing across the middle. Coach, I know you're fucking with me. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Lens flare. Rotating object. Look, by the way, it's almost like it looked. It's almost like it, like something is refractor. It's like a mirror or some shit. Look, it's like a giant mirror. Fuck. What the fuck? Where do we live, guys? Can you help me? Look, by the way, watch it move. Do you see it? It's still there. Look, it's still there. You just can't see it. Right there, it's visible, and then it goes away. Rotating. It's fucking rotating. Oh, sorry, my bad. I had the wrong thing up. Mega YouTube, go. What do you got? Come on, tell me what you're seeing, buddy. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. It's a fucking bowling ball. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if we can make it dance to the music. There it is. That's it. This is the best moment ever in MMT history. Planet X dancing to Eric Prydz. Someone send this to Elon. I got it. Now I got it. Hold on. Let me see if let me just go all the way to the end. Okay, what the fuck is that? Hold on. What is this guy showing? What the fuck? Look, hold up. Let me zoom back out. Let me zoom in. Okay, watch. Let me zoom in. Hey, there it is again. Look. See it? There. You see how it's still there? Look, it's still there. It's not, it's right rolling around right out there. Now watch. What is this? Hold on, let me read this. Where the fuck did that go? Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna read whatever the hell that says. What's that even say? The minute you see this, run to the closest food store and get enough canned food and bottled water for about 3 weeks. Okay, everybody. It's a supersized twin asteroid hitting the sun in a vital spot, releasing a major solar storm. Oh, shit. Dudes. What? Now listen. Given everything that's happening in the world, it actually makes sense. Fuck yeah. Thanks for being here, guys. This is on you, Felicity. I didn't ask for this. I just said, let's just have some fun, and then you made me bring this out an hour and a half into this. Sorry, guys. That's what we're looking at there. Elon's 100% looking at the exact same thing. It's exactly what that is. Elon, baby, I found your inspiration. MMT forever the champions, people. Not just for film evaluations, but rogue planets that are incoming. Let's go. The channel's now going to be demonetized. We're going to have to go to Rumble. Just watch. If all of a sudden the YouTube channel disappears, I'll go to Rumble and we'll just do this shit. I don't have time for movies anymore. Let's just have fun until they block me out. If we have to, we'll go to BitChute. You know you've really fallen apart when you're on BitChute. So if you ever want, I don't think Elon will get rid of me on X, so I'll send you the new link for Rumble/BitChute when we talk about this rogue planetary object that's incoming right now, because they won't like this on YouTube whatsoever. Too bad. Don't care. Take the channel. It'll make my life easier. But we'll show up on Rumble. Thanks for being here, guys. Always a pleasure. MMT is, by the way, tonight's kit was Flamingo. I forgot to tell you that. Tonight's kit, Flamingo. And I think we're good. Thank you to Eric Prids for leading us out of here on this Sunday night. What a show. The weirdest show in the history of any streaming platform on planet Earth. See you back here Wednesday for How to Train Your Dragon, assuming we still have a channel after showing you Planet X again. Peace out. Be good. Be a good person. How about that? Awesome. See ya.